I'm Kayaditi. This is Labyrinth Easy All Holes in One. Redoing this video because I have gotten a lot better at everything since then. Making videos, all of it. Just the audio, I never did audio for it. So, redid almost every ace in the game. On one, hitting it right where the green turns to that light color, that first big stripe, is a path right up to the hole. Have one going directly to it, one that banks back. On two. So, got that brick there to the left, rolls in the area. You can always just putt completely straight, carefully, so that it just gets around the corner and gives you a line to the hole. But these are some things that kind of bank it back towards the hole, though less reliable. Just depends on what you like to do. The ace is fun, little crazy. So on three, there is this kind of this dark smudge there just to the right of it. If you can shave that corner up there, give you a straight line that hits an area of the wall that banks it towards the back. I don't know, definitely could be tough to do a straight line like that. To the left, off that part of the wall, definitely some spots in there that will bank it back nicely. There's, because of the way the walls are, there's spots in there that don't so well, but it's got some decent reliability to it. Or, so I do love this tip, just to use that brick to your right to get it laid up right there, and then being able to pop it up top, hopefully get it in three. There's you can always try banking it that way if you prefer trying to get up there from the little hill rather than trying to use the brick that tilts up. I guess it just depends on preferences. Now with the ace, I'm always hitting it back behind me to the right in that corner to get it to go all the way around. Definitely not a game move. It doesn't do it reliably enough, but it sure does make for a pretty ace. So just a careful shot straight ahead will bank it back towards the hole. But towards the end of that brick will also bring it back. On six, there's a smudge there towards the top before it goes down that's kind of to the right of that really dark smudge. Either way, that one will line you up for the hole. And just gently let it roll over the edge. Or forget gentle and just knock it out there and see what happens.
Oh my gosh. Cool, man. Sweet. That was awesome.
So one can go straight at it, but tapping off that block to the left, more reliable to get that one in the hole.
Of the hill is such a variable there if you're trying to hit the far rock.
So true.
On eight, there's a little more challenging spot to see on the green there, but it will give you something to aim for and get a line towards that hole that you can't see. I do like how it goes right through that piece of brown wood under there and it won't mess up your ball. So an eagle path for nine. I like to just tap it around the corner carefully. And if you're lucky, it'll line right up to the hole and you can get the eagle. If not, you can still get it back there pretty easily for the birdie. If you really want to get back there, there's some paths more than others that kind of can carry it around, but there's just nothing in it super consistent, of course, because of how the blocks are laid out. So first time I ever did this course, I was much newer to the game. Everything was much harder to do. And this path, I couldn't get to work almost at all. But I came back, Opus and I were in there, and what do you know? I mean, not 10, 15 minutes, and I had an ace. I was like, okay, maybe some of this course isn't quite as horribly difficult as memory, just because it was the first one I did at the time. So on 10, I like to just roll it carefully up there so that last guy will just swoop it right to the hole, or at least right into the area. A safer layup might be just kind of more go down the middle and get it to wrap around. It just depends on what you can aim for, what you're comfortable with, and how much you want that ace. So a hole-in-one, of course, tend to just go over the top. Center, maybe just slightly right of center, just because of the way the knocker is aligned around the hole is kind of tilted. The 12, I love to bank it right there. That at least is going over the hill, but also towards the hole. $13, I'm just tapping over it to get it back there in game. The aces, it seems like whenever I've got them, they do a little bit of craziness, so I don't know a reliable ace path, but just get it back there. And getting it in the pipe on 14, I'm not the best at that. I've seen like there's ways you can bank it off the blocks to the right, but I like this path. Don't hit it too hard, just to the luck of getting it all the way down there. And if it doesn't go down there, I usually end up somewhere in the middle to work with anyway. So, got a couple of aces on this one. Another hole that first time I did it a year ago was challenging, and now didn't take all that long. Thus the reaction I just had. I was just like, why did this take hours and hours last time? I'm like, whatever, okay. All right, for 15, just speeding this up, showing the straightforward birdie shot on this. I mean, game, why not? But I say why not, and yet I just can't make myself do it. I just want to get it up there in one hit. So I'm always going for this left, right, hold the trigger, on every hole, not just this one, but this one in particular because of the stairs. I mean, the left has got its way of working pretty well, but I prefer the right. Like, this is what I do in game, just to get it all the way to the top in one hit. And it's just a matter of whether you're comfortable going for it. A little bit of a crazier ace on this one, which was the first ace I'd gotten a year ago. The original video is still on YouTube. I'm going to leave it up. It's got other aces in it, several of which, of course, I did put in this video for fun, but others that I just left out. All right, safer birdie on this one. Like, go kind of behind, just behind the back end of that arm hand, and then it'll come around and knock it into the far section. Or if you can hit it where your it'll bank kind of towards that little section of wall, getting it to hit it over there. Just rather than try to ring that hole, it's just kind of like, what are you comfortable with? But I love that, how it kind of, I tried to tuck it right into that spot, and then it swooped it right around and into the hole. This one was a bank to do kind of the same thing. Or you can just skip all that altogether. So this one, talking with different people, it seems like people tend to aim towards the farther third of that you know, green square, that first green square at the bottom. But it seems I go in there and I put it and I put it and I put it, and I swear it's like I don't find any real strong consistency of it working. I suppose it is the far side of that bottom green. But the aces I end up getting, I don't know that any of them were hit there, including just take every little step, like super slow, just tip it off the edge and watch it go. And even that I've gotten to work a number of times. So there's definitely just some unreliability to this hole. But for the most part in game, I am putting towards the back third of that green square at the bottom. So 18, I mean, if one were so inclined, you could actually skip down to that step, but it's not super reliable. That was pretty fun, getting it all the way to the far section in one putt. That's not generally happening, though. So really, to go for this par 6 in just 2 putts, I like to get it down there, hard enough that it'll roll back towards the center a bit, and then from there, just knock it on over there and get it. So the eighth on that, definitely not trying that in game, but knocking it behind me, get it to pop over, put a couple of those there. Again, took me a lot longer the first time I got it, but I was like, I want better footage. I want to see it explode. That was so funny. Right into the wall. And here you can putt from 18 if you hit it just right. It'll travel out one of the tunnels there in 17. A couple of shots from other holes. So even the hole in fun in here is almost entirely new stuff. You can always look at the original video to see the footage I haven't put in here. See, if you go over here on 14, hole 14, and you can teleport right into hole 18, right through the floor. Oh, this was interesting. You can go behind those heads. It'll actually go through the wall at a certain spot and get it into the top section. So, not that you'd go for it in game, but it does make you think, oh, it can be a little forgiving sometimes. Also, you can make your ball stinky from this hole before you ever get to 12. You hit it hard, if it taps the ceiling, you'll hear a splash, and there you are, stinky ball. Always fun things to ring. Plants, buckets, all kinds of things. Thought I'd put a couple in here. You know, I'm back at that hole. It's like I saw that green light, and now it's just I see Lawrence of Arabia every time.
Oh, it's so stimulating being no hit.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like.